Understanding JavaScript's null Typeof quirk. Imagine you're trying to figure out what kind of value a variable holds in JavaScript. You might reach for the Typeof operator, expecting clear answers. But sometimes, it gives you a surprise that can cause confusion. That surprise is what we call a quirk in JavaScript. When you use Typeof on null, it returns object instead of null. This has been true since JavaScript was first created in the 1990s. It is a bug that was kept for compatibility reasons. Back then, JavaScript stored values with a type tag and a value. Null was represented as a null pointer with 0. Because 0 overlapped with the object type tag, Typeof null ended up saying object. Even though null is a primitive value that means nothing or no object, Typeof treats it as an object. This can be confusing for developers. You cannot rely on Typeof to check if a value is null because Typeof null is always object. Instead, use strict equality with 3 equal signs. For example, check if value is equal to null. This will give you a true or false answer, which is more accurate. When checking if something is an object, remember that Typeof will say object for both objects and null. So, you need to make sure the value is not null. Null is also a falsy value, so it evaluates to false in conditionals. But it is different from undefined and other falsy values. If you compare null and undefined with loose equality, like null is equal to undefined, it returns true. That can be useful if you want to check for missing or uninitialized values. Understanding this quirk helps you avoid bugs. It also makes your code clearer and more reliable. When working with variables and data types, always remember that Typeof null is object. Do not use Typeof to check for null. Instead, use strict equality. This simple step can save you from tricky bugs and misunderstandings. Knowing about this JavaScript oddity is part of mastering the language. It helps you write better, more predictable code. So, next time you see Typeof null, remember it is a legacy bug. It is not an object but JavaScript's way of being backward compatible. Keep this in mind, and your JavaScript skills will grow stronger.